Welcome back to the Better Lives podcast. I'm your host, Kaitlin.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is International Fraud Awareness Week. So we have a special episode. We're talking about scams and frauds, which is so prevalent in today's world. And you don't think it'll impact you until it does. Scams and fraud impacts people of every age, demographic, and income level. We're going to break down the most common kinds of scams and how you can keep your friends and family safe. The amount of scams out there might feel overwhelming, or maybe you just try not to think about it, but we're going to break it down in a practical and approachable way, and let's get started. So the first thing is going to be stay calm and aware. Scammers rely on emotion, not logic. They hope that they can get you to have emotional triggers like fear, embarrassment, or confusion, so you act urgently. If something feels like it's urgent, pause before acting. If it feels off, it probably is. And we need to normalize that anyone can fall for a scam. Intelligence is not the issue. Age is not the issue. These scammers are getting pretty sophisticated, and it really can happen to anybody.
Totally.
So impersonation scams. These are the most common scams that we are seeing today. Scammers will pretend to be your credit union or bank, the IRS, Social Security, maybe tech support, right? Maybe you get a phone call from Amazon and they say, somebody bought a $1,000 iPhone on your account, press 1 to confirm or whatever. Mm-hmm. People can pretend to be family members, so they can text you and say, hey, it's grandma, can I have $100? I'm stuck at a gas station. And then company employees. So you might get an email from, it looks like your CEO, and maybe it's even the right email address. And that can really trick you. So some red flags, immediate payment demands. So if it says, hey, do this right this second, or we're going to cancel your account, or do this now, or this is bad thing's going to happen to you. That's a red flag, and you should think twice.
And they're willing to take your money now, right this second.
Right this second, yeah.
Over the phone.
Over the phone. I actually almost fell for a scam a few years ago.
Oh, no.
Oh, so bad. So at my old company, we did trade shows a lot. We were in the construction business, so we drive around the country showing our product at trade shows. And my coworker went to a trade show. And then a week in, I got an email, and it was from him, and it had the right email address. And it said, hey, I'm stuck at this trade show. Can you go buy an Amazon gift card so I can give it to one of the vendors? And I don't know why, but I believed it. It's like, he was at a trade show. It seemed so legit. So I was almost going to do it. And then I called my boss, and I was like, hey, just so you know, this is what Scotty said to do. And he's like, what? Send me the email. And he's like, Kaitlin, that is so fake. It's not even a real email. So I almost did it. And after that, they sent out phishing awareness emails and stuff, all because of me. So.
Aww. It's easy, though. It's easy to get caught up in that. And especially, they're so good now at knowing where somebody might be, or a legitimate reason. That sounded like a totally legitimate.
How did they know?
I'm at a trade show and I want to give out gift cards as an incentive to sign up, or an incentive to give me your email address, or a contest. And it sounds totally legit.
He was like, I just forgot to get them. And I'm like, okay, bet, no problem. Mm-hmm. I will get them for you. And they wanted to call me so I could, provide the codes over the phone. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of strange. I'm going to call my boss. But it's just a reminder that it can really happen to anybody, like I said earlier. Just try to be aware, because it does happen and you could fall victim to it.
Well, and with AI now, I know people are falling for it, because it sounds like the person, they'll call you and it'll sound like the person that you're normally used to speaking to, and that is super scary to me.
So scary.
I honestly think that it's you, because it sounds like you and it's coming from your phone number. So why would I doubt that you need this money?
Yeah, and they call it, I think, voice cloning. Yeah, Grandma Sue could call you and it really could sound like Grandma Sue, but it's not. And I think the biggest worry is not just losing the money. It's like it hurts you emotionally too because you're like,
Sure.
oh my goodness,
Sure.
I fell for this, and that can be really hard to deal with.
It's just like any other crime, right? Like being robbed or like having your house broken into. It's a violation, and you feel stupid because maybe like when somebody breaks into your car and you left the car door open, you feel really stupid, but it happens and it's not your fault. But there's always precautions that we can take. I know like another form of scam is what they call phishing or smishing. I know here at Central Willamette, we have a really great security team, and they test us on a regular basis. And I have failed that test several times.
They're getting good at the tests.
Those tests have been, and one of the first ones that I failed was instead of CWCU, it was CVVCU.
Oh, so I failed for that one too.
So it looks like a W. And if you're not paying attention to those things, they're easy. They're really easy to fall for. They look like legitimate emails. They look like they should have something that they're supposed to be there. The logos are right. The colors are right. Everything seems legit. But again, there's this sense of urgency that you have to click on something right away to fix something. You have to click on this link in order to fix whatever needs to be fixed. And some things that you can look out for are things like spelling errors, vague greetings like "Dear whoever this is" kind of emails and not specific to you. Anything that has an unexpected attachment.
Don't click them.
If you weren't expecting a document and you don't know who this person is and you aren't sure if it's legitimate, don't open them. And here at Central Willamette, we will never ask for login information over text. And you need to, again, make sure that any email claiming to be Central Willamette Credit Union or claiming to be an important message from us, that it looks legit. And if you have any kind of questions about it, then you call us and we'll be happy to figure out if it's a legitimate thing or not. And it's not, it's never an issue. It's always better to be safe and call the person that is sending you the email.
Yeah, if you're not sure, just call us and we will tell you if it's legit or not. And if it's not, it's super important that we can look into it and stop it from happening to anybody else. I think the biggest one that I'm seeing lately is text scams. And I've gotten one from UPS or supposedly UPS, and it says, oh, your tracking number has an issue. Click this link to put in new shipping details. And it looks like the UPS website. But it's not the UPS website. I think everybody's probably got that scam lately. But just little things like that, it can really come from anybody, even a friend. So, something to watch out for. Romance scams are still prevalent today. I'm sure you've heard of the Nigerian prince scam. You're in a foreign country. Oh, I need crypto so I can fly home or whatever it is. But common things they will say are, oh, I'm stuck overseas. I need help accessing my funds. My account is frozen. And these people typically profess love quickly so that you're more likely to help them. And they might ask you for gift cards, wire transfers, or crypto. So just watch out for that. And they typically prey upon the older population. It's just the way it is. So just be really aware of that because it's very common and they are tricky and they're getting more sophisticated.
And it is harder nowadays because online dating and not meeting people in real life is very common and very prevalent. But you shouldn't be giving money to somebody you've never met, that you don't know, even if even if they profess their love and that they are going to be with you soon, it's just not safe, and especially somebody who is overseas and very likely you will not meet anytime soon.
Or at all.
Or at all, yeah.
I found that even some stores like Walmart now, they have signs next to their gift cards, and it was like, please make sure that you know whoever you're sending money to. So I think that's pretty cool that they're putting that out there too.
Yeah, I think it's important that we look out for each other, and anytime that there's a question, we'll I know tellers or our financial advocates here, they will ask questions, and it's not to be nosy, and it's not to make you seem like you don't know what you're doing, but they want to protect you anytime because they've seen it firsthand. They've seen people taken advantage of, and they don't want any of our members to be taken advantage of.
No, our fraud department works so hard behind the scenes, keeping everybody safe, so we appreciate them so much. Like Michelle was saying earlier, the AI scams using voice cloning to impersonate family or employers. Something that I've seen recently is spoofed phone numbers. So I'll get a call, and maybe it is from Amazon, like I said earlier. And if you Google the number, it is Amazon. But they were somehow able to use that phone number, even though they're not Amazon. So that one is pretty tricky. But I think, again, if they're saying, hey, confirm this big purchase on your account, hang up and call Amazon, search them on Google, and find the legit number, because it probably is a different person.
Yeah, and I like to tell people that if somebody is getting upset with you because you want to hang up and call back and call the legit number, then that's fishy and that's suspicious. When I used to work with a credit card company, it would always be great, we're happy that you are taking precautions, and if you have any concerns whatsoever, please hang up. I'd be happy to disconnect the call and have you call back in to the number on the back of your card, because you want them to feel safe. You want your members to feel safe and not have any worries. So if anybody's getting upset or demanding or saying, no, you have to take care of this right now, that's a red flag.
Nothing is ever really that urgent.
No. Because in the 2 minutes it takes you to hang up and call the correct number and verify that whatever issue is actually happening, they'll take care of it. Your credit card company, your bank, your credit union, whoever it is, they will take care of you if it's a legitimate issue.
Absolutely. We've been over the most common scams, but how can you protect yourself and your family? So I think the biggest thing is slow down. Like we said, scammers love urgency. If you're concerned, just hang up and call the company directly with a verified number. You can find that, like Michelle said, on the back of your credit card. Or if you go to Amazon.com and contact us, that's a legit number. And use multi-factor authentication on your accounts. So before you even put a password in, it asks for a code generated from an app. And that can keep your accounts extra safe. Just adds an extra layer of protection. That way, the scammer needs more than just your password to get in, because those passwords can be leaked.
And it's common to use the same password
I'm guilty of
everything, because I know I do that, and I get these notifications that they found it on the dark web, and I'm like,
delete.
Do I really want to take the time? So sometimes, you do have to periodically go and change all your passwords, but that multi-factor authentication really does help.
Makes a difference.
It does.
Something I recommend doing is every 6 months or so, just change your passwords. Like, it takes a few minutes, but let's say you're logging into your bank. Just take a minute before you log in and update the password. Use a combination of letters, numbers, special characters. That way it's super safe and harder to guess. Something else you can do is keep your credit frozen. So I actually do this. I keep my credit frozen at all 3 bureaus, and I only ever unfreeze it when I want to use it. That way a scammer can't use it without my knowledge.
Yep, totally smart. They can't open anything
Nope.
in your name, and that's a smart thing to do. Something else that I would recommend is just keeping an eye on your accounts and looking at your statements. I know people that never look at their statements and they just pay whatever.
And they don't check their accounts
and they don't
or
check
anything?
their accounts or anything.
That's crazy.
And you have to know if there's some weird charges.
Yeah, and scammers start with small amounts.
Yep.
Like if you see like a $2 charge, you're like, no big deal, it's fine. But they're just testing your account to see how much is in there and how much they can take. So be super aware of any charges you don't recognize.
It's part of your responsibility of having these accounts is to look at them every month and make sure that everything is correct. It's like in the olden days when you had checkbooks. You had to balance your checkbook every so often. It's the same kind of thing. You want to make sure everything is correct.
You know, I've never written a check before.
Really?
Yeah, never.
I still write checks to my landlord because her bank takes a different kind of auto pay than mine. So
not fun.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
someday I will.
A random thing, and even like depositing a check, it's like, so I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, when did the last time I deposited a check?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I like the mobile deposit that lots of credit unions have.
Yep.
And then one other thing is to avoid Zelle/Venmo/Cash App for people you don't know. And one thing I do like is that on Venmo, at least, if you put in a username, it'll ask you for the last 4 of their phone number. So you can make sure you're paying the right person. But Venmo does not guarantee that you'll get that money back if you Venmo somebody.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's very scary. So if you're Venmoing somebody some amount of money, it's gone, and just
consider it gone.
Consider it gone. Yeah, totally. And it's never, like, who does it for Craigslist or...
People still use Craigslist?
Yes. People, and like Facebook, what is it, Marketplace?
Yeah, Marketplace.
I mean, all those things, right? People still buy things from other people, and the easiest thing to do is to Venmo it before you even have the item in hand. So don't do it.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Just go to the bank, get some cash, and do it in person in front of the police station.
The FAs, the Central Willamette Credit Union, are more than happy to help you get cash out so you can avoid being scammed. And then just talk to your family. Make everybody aware of all of these different types of scams. Because like I said before, they can really happen to anybody. And just show them what it looks like. Central Willamette has been doing an email series for us for Fraud Week. And they've been sending like fake checks and spot the difference in a real check and a fake check. And just things like that. Just show your family what it looks like so they can be aware.
Yeah, and it really makes me appreciate what the FAs in the branches do every day. They have to look at this and like know if there's any like red flags or any issues that they want to even double check on.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing. And that's a big responsibility. And so I give it up to everybody in branch who work really hard to keep you safe and keep members' monies in their account.
Yes, our branch teams are rock stars. And so is our fraud team.
Yeah.
They work really hard to
They
keep everybody
do.
safe.
They work really hard, and they're very concerned about all these new things that they're seeing and trends that they're seeing and feedback that they're getting from members. They worry about it a lot, and so they want us here to be able to tell you all about it so that you can look out for it yourselves.
We also want to assure you that your money is safe at Central Willamette. And if you notice any issues with your accounts, please just call us or come into a branch, and we are more than happy to help figure things out. Well, thank you for joining us today on our special International Fraud Awareness Week episode. I enjoyed researching this episode and came to talk about it with Michelle, so super fun. Fraud Week ends on Friday, so take the time this week and research and learn how to keep yourself safe. And together we can keep our friends and family safe from scams and fraud. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Central WCU. And join us next time so we can keep building better lives together. Thank you.
Thank you.
The information provided here is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any financial decisions.